Hi there, it's Rose. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with a little Michael's Christmas paper haul. So let's get into it and I'll show you the paper pads that I picked up from Michael's for this Christmas season. Okay, I'm going to start out with the 6x6 paper pads, and I really didn't need any Christmas paper for this year, but there were some patterns that I thought might be missing from my stash, and they were new this year to Michael's, so I thought I would pick them up. A couple of 6x6 paper pads, which really is my favorite size since I primarily make cards, and then one 12x12. But let's get into the 6x6. The first one is Frosted Juniper. And what drew me to this paper was the blues and greens and just pretty woodland images. So let's cut open the paper pad and take a look at some of the papers. I believe these are 24 sheets, and I think they're double-sided, which is always a plus. So here we go. Here's the first one, and it's a soft green background with some white trees, and then they are double-sided, so the back of that is some holly leaves, and it looks like it's two of each design. This I thought was really, really pretty. It's some poinsettias, but they're in grays and soft greens, so I don't have anything that looks like this in my stash. Here's the back of that one, and it's blue with soft white snowflakes. Again, here's some more trees with a little scene with a deer. Pretty. And then there is a dark gray, almost looks like a starry sky. I like stripes. It's very versatile. You can use it on a lot of different projects. Here we go with the cut-aparts. Winter Wishes, and then 'Tis the Season to Sparkle, which is really pretty. And then, of course, this one would be pretty to stamp a sentiment in the center. And again, with this one as well. So they're nice focal points to the front of a card. Here is a green, really pretty. I like this paper specifically for backgrounds of tags. It's just soft enough that you could actually stamp a sentiment. This is really pretty if you want to do a 6x6 card. And that's real pretty with blue and green stripes. This would be very pretty if you wanted to add some snowbanks and then maybe stamp and cut out maybe some deer, or just a wintry sky with a snowman, or even a pine tree would be beautiful on that background. Here's another one that's perfect, not just for Christmas cards, but really any time of the year. And then these are the strips. I call them paper washi, but they're easy to cut apart, and they're perfect for a border on a mini slimline card. This is very pretty and unusual for a Christmas paper pad. It almost looks like daisies, but they really are white poinsettias on a blue background. So I don't have anything like this in my paper stash. I thought it was very unique. These are ornaments on a white background. It almost reminds me of farmhouse. And then here's another one of these pretty backgrounds with the splattering. And here are more cut-aparts, really pretty. I like that joy, welcome winter, happy holidays. And these, again, I use these for stamping out sentiments on them, or also for adding a sticker as a little focal point. And that is the end of this pad. So this is Frosted Juniper. I thought it was really, really pretty and perfect for card making. Now, to go along with that Frosted Juniper, I did pick up these die-cut stickers, and you get 24 pieces. I'll flip it over so you can take a look at the back. And I thought this would really complement that paper pad, and a great way to extend your designs, particularly if you're making a lot of Christmas cards. Maybe you're doing them assembly line. You can add one of these as a focal point and then just stamp a sentiment on the inside. Really nice way to make some quick and easy cards, and you get a lot in here. And they're in those soft blues and greens and the gold, which I really do like. There's some foiling on some of these, which is really pretty. Now, also to accent those cards, I picked up the Recollections Christmas Noel Glitter Glue, and they have a fine tip. They're acid-free, and the reason why, typically I will use stickles, but I didn't have any stickles in these colors, and again, I was thinking of, tags and cards using that paper pad and the ephemera, and I really like the blue and this really pretty silver. Of course, this clear is nice to use, not just for Christmas time, but all year round. And really, these colors are very versatile for a lot of different projects. So typical glitter glue, similar to stickles. They're 1 fluid ounce, so you get more than enough. I find that my glitter glues last a really long time because typically I'm just using a small amount on my projects. So I picked this up. Now, the next 6x6 paper pad that I picked up was Cottage Christmas. And again, this is 24 sheets. It is double-sided. It's 6x6. And this is more traditional Christmas, almost a little bit of vintage to it. And let's get into it and take a look. So here's the first one, a really, really pretty traditional Christmas plaid with the red and green and white. And then the back of that is a wood grain. So I love that. That's going to be really pretty for tags. Of course, it'll make a nice card background as well. Again, you get 2 of each sheet. Here's one with sort of a beige or craft background with green leaves and red bows, really pretty. And here's another plaid on the back. Now this is almost reads like a rust instead of a red, but that'll complement this paper very nicely. I'm always a sucker for musical notes on Christmas paper, and this one has a vintage look to it. It almost looks like it has some distressed dye and maybe vintage photo or walnut stain. So I love that that kind of faux ink blending is already added to the paper. Of course, I'll probably deepen it a little bit more to make it a little bit more vintage looking, but I think that's really probably my favorite sheet from this pad. And here is a soft green, almost like a minty green with those boughs of holly. And there's another look at the musical sheet. And here is a page of vintage Santas in a wreath. I love this one as well. Just classic image. Really, really pretty. And the back, this page says Christmas, ho, 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 Merry Christmas. Really nice. And then another look at that would complement the Santa paper very nicely. And then here are the cut-aparts, the first page of cut-aparts. And I like that each of these has a saying on them. They'll be perfect for a focal point on the front of a card or tag. Really nice. This paper is quite thick too, so it's going to be easy to work with. This is a fun diagonal stripe there in the traditional red and green. Here's another look at those cut aparts. And then this one again would be pretty for a 6x6 card. You could use a large die cut that maybe says Mary on it, or joy, or peace, or you could fussy cut around the trees and the cabins and add that as a focal point on a tag or card. You could cut this and make it a layer for the front of a mini slimline. So there's a lot that you can do with a page like this. You can also die cut pieces of these out and make smaller tags or embellishments. And here's a little Swiss dot with a cream colored background and red dots. This is very unique for a 6x6 paper. This is a collage sheet. So the collaging is already done for you, and you could use a piece of this for the front of a card. This would be very pretty as a tag. I like the idea of using part of it as maybe a bag topper, but just a variety of images already collaged as if you took the time to do that yourself. So very unique page. It would be fun in a journal or a December daily. And then again, here are some musical notes on a green background. Here's some of that cabin, more of that cabin that we saw on that other page, but this is just a print all over the page. Just really, really pretty. Again, I could see that as a background for a card or a journal page as well. And then just a tonal deep burgundy color. Really, really pretty. Very nice to use these for layering pieces. Also, you could take a poinsettia die and cut the poinsettias from this paper because it already has that beautiful color to it. Maybe just ink some of the edges to deepen it a little bit. And then here's that wood grain again. I love this sheet. There's so much that you can do. You can build a snowy scene. You can die cut, or you can fussy cut that cabin and add that to this. This would be very pretty in a journal page as well for a wintry Christmas photographs if you're a scrapbooker. And then here's almost like a quilting pattern, very, very pretty with that deep green and the burgundy. And here's our next page of cut aparts. So if you are a junk journaler, this is fun to cut out and maybe write some notes on. Again, I would stamp a sentiment here or add a sticker. And these are fun for focal points on the front of a card as well with the sentiment. Here's a soft cream color or almost beigey color with the snowflakes in a cream. So really, really pretty as well. I could see a die cut of a hot cocoa cup. I could see gingerbread die cuts on this background. A focal point of a Santa would be really pretty. There's a lot that you could do with the background like that as well. And then again, here's that quilting, what I call a quilting pattern, just really, really pretty. And here is a deep green. If you have a tree die, that's perfect for this. If you're making little envelopes, this is perfect page for that as well. And I believe that is the last page in this pad, and that is Cottage Christmas. Really, really pretty paper. Now, this is the paper pad that brought me to Michael's looking at Christmas paper this year. Even though I don't need any new Christmas paper, I went specifically for Candy Brights. I saw this on their website and knew that I wanted to grab it, and it was a good thing I did go because it was the last one of this pad that they had left. I think that this is going to be the big popular Christmas pad for Michaels this year because it's just so pretty. It's got the pinks, but it's also got teals, greens, reds, and all of the candy canes, Christmas candy, beautiful color snowflakes, and there is some foiling. But for those that like to do pink Christmas, and I like doing all Christmas, I do traditional, I do vintage, I do things like the blues, and I also do pinks. So this is going to be a fun paper pad. Let's cut this open. It's 48 sheets. It is the 12 by 12. I did not see this in 6 by 6, but quite honestly, 12 by 12 is really what I was going for anyway, because if you've watched my channel before, you know that when I get a 12 by 12 paper pad, there's typically 2 of each design, sometimes 3, but I will cut the paper into 6 by 6s. And that way I get the most variety. I'm able to use both sides to mix and match, and you really do get a lot of paper. For me, if I really like the paper pad, I will get it in the 12 by 12 size. So this one, I knew that there was going to be a lot of versatility to it, and that's why I went specifically for the 12 by 12. Let's take a closer look. Okay, so this is a single-sided paper pad. You do get 2 of each design, 24 designs, 48 sheets, but it is single-sided, so that's okay. Here's a look at the first sheet. It is the pink and white diamond pattern with pink snowflakes. Really pretty. Now here are the hanging ornaments, and some of them are foiled on the tops. And it's sort of like an embossed foil in that you can hopefully see some of the glitter to that. Really, really pretty. And again, for this page, I would do the 6 by 6 cut that I normally do. And I would use these as focal points on cards. The bottom half I would probably use either as inserts on the inside of the card where I would stamp my sentiment, or I would use these for die cutting. So a lot you can do with that, and of course there are 2, but just really pretty colors. The next page are the candies. These remind me of the Melt-Away Mints, but in candy Christmas colors. Really, really pretty. Great for backgrounds on cards. And this is probably one of my favorite sheets because it's the diagonal stripe, including the pink, and then it has a pink, almost foil strip on the center of each of these, which I don't think the camera will pick it up. Maybe you'll get a little glimpse of it there, but that's where all the sparkle and shine is. Really, really pretty. So I'm happy to have 2 sheets of that. Now here are the cutter parts, and they are large. The first one on the top here says Merry and Bright, and then here's one that's a large blank where, again, you could stamp a sentiment. These are great in journals. This Merry Christmas is very pretty. If you're doing 6 by 6 or larger cards, really nice. And then this one is just a red border with candy canes and other candies. And then here's all the sentiments. Happy holidays. May your Christmas be merry and bright. Jingle all the way. Deck the halls. Really fun. These are fun to cut as strips and add them as layering pieces on your cards or other projects. Again, this is another beautiful page because it has that pink foiling that I really think is the standout on this pad. These trees are gorgeous, and I just love the color combination. I'm hoping that there are embellishments for this paper pad. I didn't see them in my store, but I'm going to keep an eye out for that. Here's the Christmas lights. There's no foiling on these. They look like they're hand-drawn. Just an unusual design in that, you know, typically you see Christmas lights and they're very bright colors. These are muted, but they're, again, that pretty family of the pink, the peach, the teal, the green, almost a mustard color. So very unusual in Christmas lights, but I think they're really pretty. And the stockings, again, this is another favorite page because I love the pink. And then there's also this one that looks like it's a faded red, but almost could pass for an orange. So if you do a lot of non-traditional Christmas colors, maybe that's the theme for your gift wrapping this year and you want to have coordinating cards, this would be a really pretty paper to use. And I love this one with the stocking and the deer and the candies, really pretty. Sweater and sleighs. And again, here's the candy, which is the theme of this paper pad. Really, really pretty. Okay, here are the tags and cut aparts. Now, this is one of my favorite sheets in any of these Christmas paper pads. I love when they have pre-made tags. They're so easy to use. Now, I don't usually use them as tags themselves. I'll usually use them as a focal point on a card or in a journal. Or they are fun to maybe attach a gift card to on the back. And then you get 2 banners and a smaller tag in the center. So these are really pretty. And there are foils on this page as well. 2 of those sheets, which I think are perfect. This is a very fun pink and white with a little bit of a darker color, almost a burgundy stripe through the center. This would be beautiful for Valentine's Day too, if you wanted to save this page for that, for your Valentine projects. And here's another one with ornaments that are really pretty in the non-traditional colors. Here's blue, powder blue, and a deeper blue in snowflakes. I love this one as well. And here's the next cut apart sheet with the long strips that are perfect for slimline cards or mini slimlines. If you're a scrapbooker, these are beautiful borders for the bottom of your page. And then, of course, these you can cut out and add to embellishments. Now, this is really pretty because it's mini snowflakes, just a whole smattering of those, and that's perfect for backgrounds on cards. I can see adding a simple die cut here would be really, really pretty, or a focal point with a stamped sentiment. And here's the large, I call these home decor. They're perfect for framing, maybe adding this in a frame to your coffee bar. It's the merriest time of the year, so pretty. Now, this is really pretty. This looks like it's branches from a Christmas tree. Of course, they're pink and they are foiled. So I really love that. Can you see some of the foiling in that? So pretty. I hope it catches the light. And here's another cut apart with the stocking. These are very pretty for borders. This one with the stripes and the trees and a large Merry Christmas would be really pretty on the front of a card. Happy Holidays. And then here's another sentiment page, only this one is that green-blue background. Merry and bright, season's greetings, jingle all the way, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, believe. Really fun. And here are the peppermint candies in all different colors on a pink background. Another cut apart sheet. This one is foiled, and hopefully you can see the design in that, and Merry and Bright. This again is one of my favorite because I love this diagonal stripe. This one also has that green. It's kind of like a blue-green green, and they even have a stripe of blue in it. It's almost like a purple blue. Really pretty. And that's everything for this pad. Now this one is called Candy Brights. It's the 12 by 12, 48 sheets from Recollections. And finally, the last thing I picked up on this Michael's haul was the Recollections paper in pink buttons. And this is 24-pound cardstock, 120 sheets, and it is all of the shades of pink. I knew I was going to be doing a lot of Pink Christmas this year. That's not the only pad that I picked up from a vendor that was pink design for Christmas. So I'm going to be doing several projects in Pink Christmas this year. So I wanted some layering pink cardstock to go along with it. And this is really pretty because you get all these shades of pink in this pad. And this is 8.5 by 11. And I like the Recollections cardstock. I like that this is lighter because it's perfect for, again, doing some die cutting or also layering pieces onto the card base. So that's the last item that I picked up from this Michael's haul. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at the Michael's paper pads that I'm going to be crafting with this Christmas season. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, I hope you'll hit that subscribe button and ring the bell notification so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.